Yeah, I'm a fact finder and I'll remind you, believe when I say I researched this all day, but we are two-sided pod. You need to rebut all I say with all of your ragings. Tell me why I've got red hair and ginger pubes. Tell me why you bitch and moan, it's all you do. Now it's time to get drunk and go on stereo. That's the two-sided way. That's the two-sided way.
Folks, you heard it here first. Hear me now, believe me later. We are the Two-Sided Pod. We are here every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching now, you can click the link above your head and see us live on the YouTubes. If you're not, may God have mercy on your soul. John, if they can't catch us there, they can catch us on Spotify, Apple Pod, Amazon Music, all the goodies, but the oldies. Ain't that right, John?
That's right, buddy.
Nice, man. Nice. Always good to see your face. Always good to see you practicing your art of deception or whatever you happen to be doing at this moment.
It's a something. It's a something.
It's a something.
It's a living.
Could have been worse. Could have been a garbage disposal. It's a living.
All right. I don't know what's happening. I don't think we have chats on our YouTubes.
No, I don't know what you're doing. Did you restrict it? Now we're behind a paywall, John?
That's right.
I told you we got to give it away first before we got to charge for it. Didn't you watch those 80s drug commercials? The first one's free. Come on, kid, you want to fly? Come on. Nothing? Didn't learn to do that. No. Straight up paywall on everyone.
I'm bad. Oh, I know why. It's private. Can I make that public? Uh-oh. Something happened.
So is it something you have to start at the beginning?
I'm sure you don't, but I don't know how to do it.
You're an animal who must be destroyed. Let me just go ahead and Google how to make private public.
Or
YouTube
Live.
Change privacy settings. Sign into YouTube from the left menu. Select content. Point to the video you'd like to update. To see your live uploads, tap the live tab. Under the down arrow under visibility, choose public, private, or unlisted. Now I'm running tech support for you, motherfucker. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. What you have to do is, do you have your content menu up? Okay, good, very good. So go to the top left of the screen. You will see under visibility, you will see
save report.
You will see nothing. You will see nothing. See you now. Hear me now, believe me later. I just, sometimes I throw my hands at the heavens, John. When I look into your eyes, when I look into your eyes, I can feel an ounce of pain.
Well, I figure we can change it to public after the recording is over, right? So instead of starting anew, we'll just go with this because people can click on that link above and can see us as Jules is doing, and they just won't be able to chat.
Huh. So I don't know if that's the case. I'm going to open the portal and go to YouTube right now because I really think that a lot of people. I look amazing. It says chat. Yo, 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 Daddy. Did you see that? Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy at all times. It says it's there. It says I'm doing it.
All right. Well, whatever. Then you're going to be the one looking at the chat. That's great. Hey.
I don't know. No one else is. Oh wait. So, I love it. I love it. Oh no, Jules can see it. Oh yeah, it looks like trouble to me. I find a way to put another window up so I don't see my face like 4 seconds behind. I just look at the thing. Oh shit! It does look a little green, Joey. It does. I was hoping it's not thrombosis. If it looked puffy and red, we would all be fucked, my friend. But we are here now. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, buddy. I think we're all locked and loaded. Folks, we are here every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. We're about to go into this show. I hope for the best. I expect the worst. And I feel like if you guys come week after week, you understand the process. Yeah. You like to be let down? Well, welcome to the party. I do too. That's why I keep showing up. Let's not be funny. John, take it away.
We'll grab those 2 messages and then we'll start the show.
It's very difficult. Now they're saying weeping sores. It's not weeping.
Weeping sores? It's not weeping.
All right,
There's a nice.
should land.
All right, we do.
Right?
We should land.
Right. Okay.
Well, I've put a comment in the chat that just says, "There's my guys." I feel like a voyeur. So can you see that? It doesn't matter.
No.
It's not going to stop me leaving messages. In fact, now I can write really rude things about you, and you won't be able to read them. I mean, can you see them? Oh, who cares?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I'm on it. So okay, I'm dealing with packets of messages on stereo and looking at words on YouTube. Somehow, I might as well just not look at your screen at all. It'll cover your goddamn face. Who needs that? And now I just look at words. Look, it's like I'm talking to the ether, John. I don't even know who's here. It's like a fucking therapy session. It's like mass. I'm going to confession. John, I'm in a fucking vestibule. Woo! Let's get it. Jay Nunya says, good evening, gentlemen. Miss Jim Prunes. How come she gets all the shout out? John's here too. Look at him. He did his hair for this.
Well, hello, fellas.
What up, MFA?
What are you doing? MFA here, John. Trying to hear about the play, how it went. Hope it was fantastic. Good to see you, fellas.
Mwah. Always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your friend and mine, MFA. If you're on the stereo streets, give her a follow. If you're on the Twitch, find her there. If you're on the YouTube, she has a channel here. You're on Insta. I'm not telling you what her secret name is because that's none of your goddamn business. But I promise you, great follow. How you doing, bro?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hello and a giggity go.
All right. Movie guy.
Julie Prudes. Oh, good Lord. Sister, I need a couple of them t-shirts, especially the one that says, "You're welcome for listening." I want that one. Fuck Your Couch was good too, but creative. How cool is that?
Isn't she? Dude, if you follow Julie Prunes on Insta, some of her artwork, one of my favorites, like it's more of a threat, and I love it that it's a published piece of art and it looks very upper class. Like, if you ever leave, I'm coming with you. Yeah, that's called stalking. No means no. Art means yes.
Yes. Hey, let's do a shot and start the show.
All right, well, I got one forward here.
All right.
Over that long. Well, my doctor says I need to have 17 shots a day. I tuned out when he said 17 shots of what? I just stuck with the shots. So, cheers.
Cheers. Hey, we're going to pop those packets, and we need to plow through because Pete has a heart out.
Yep.
Following Julie Prunes around in my car, hiding in the bushes.
Oh, do you hear that noise outside?
Oh, do you hear that noise outside? Don't worry. It's no one creepy. It's just me. Watch.
I get that all the time.
I do that all the time. Either way,
I'm a fan of bushes.
Those t-shirts, MFA, they are packed in my suitcase, ready to leave the house in, what's the time? 5 hours time.
Oh my God.
To catch my flight to the Big Banana, New York. If anybody wants one, I'll make you one free and chuck it over to you. Well, not literally chuck it over. I'll ship it because I'll have to order it and do it when I come back. If you want one, you got one, babes.
Well, you shouldn't chuck. That's a long throw. It'll hurt your arm. That's amazing. You're leaving in 5 hours. Now I'm getting a countdown to when I'm being screwed in this whole get together. Just like when John went to Michigan. Now I feel the pain all over again. Julie Prunes go to New York. Am I just jealous of people seeing John? No. I'm jealous of the people John sees. That's what I'm jealous of. Fuck John. No, he's a good dude, but seriously, fuck John. I want the other people.
Yeah, you're not jealous of them. You're envious of me because
yes,
I get to see them.
God, your grass is greener at your dispensaries. That is true.
All right.
It's also greener. The show. Well, howdy.
Here we go.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, and I can't believe this is still happening.
And you're listening to Two Sided, a live recorded podcast where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
Yeah, John, the you and the me, the no and the yep, let's go, baby. I think that's not safe. I found these fireworks in the basement. I think it's cool if we pack them in the... No, it's fine. In the carry-on? No, I'm not going to check them. These are too nice. The yin and the yang, the ebb and the flow, the push, the pull, the tug, and the barge. I painted myself in a corner there, John. I'll admit it. Didn't know where to go.
Well, let's go to a general check-in with you, my boy Pete, and in honor of the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. How you feeling, my boy Pete? And just freestyle.
Come on. At 50th, you're going to give me 50th anniversary of hip-hop? I feel you're going to give facts that are untrue in this episode now, if you're not putting numbers and things.
No. I wouldn't dare be so bold as to do that. No. I'm just saying, in honor of that, this is your check-in.
This is your check-in. Well, John, no. Nope. Nope, not going to do it. Because anything I'm going to do, like, no. What? No, John, not happening. Here's the deal, John. I'm doing okay. I'm a little jealous. I'm a little put upon. I feel a little tired. I feel a little alone. I feel like I can't go on. Can't go to my home, John. Don't want to be here. Don't want to be there. Don't want to be anywhere. Come on, John. You know what it is when the time it is and the time it goes and the time it flows. Coming and going to place to place. I'm sick of you. I love your face, but I don't want no more. I can't stand no more. John, let's get it out the door. Hard out. 10 and 15.
Woo! There you go, bro. I thought you didn't know. Here we go with our first lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Yeah! Woo! What's up, John? What's up, my boy Pete? How y'all doing?
All right, lightning round guy, how you doing?
Oh man, I'm good. I'm good. It's just, looking forward to the weekend, baby. 9 to 5, you know what I mean?
What do you do again?
I keep it real. I perpetrate. I front. I represent, but mainly petty theft and larceny.
9 to 5.
Well, I got things to do in the evening, John. I have friends and hobbies.
Well, your 9 to 5 could get you 5 to 10, so be careful with that.
Yeah, better than 6 to 20, you know what I mean? Woo! All right, John, we ain't going to up that big. So, I'll let you know. I'll talk to you later, all right? I'm out like I stole something, because I probably did. Woo!
Peace out, lightning round guy. You stole my heart.
And my cat.
All right. Anybody who's anybody knows that the first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
All right, John, hit me.
First question, my boy Pete. What is your least favorite liquor law? What is your least favorite liquor law?
Oh, there's a couple, John. You know what? No. Open container on the road. I feel like if you know what's going on, like, yeah, I'm drinking a cocktail, but give me a breathalyzer. I'm good. I'm still under the limit. It's just like a soda. I'm going from point A to point B. A close second would be drunk in public. John, if you're drunk in a bar, you're going home, you're going to be in public for a hot minute. And the drunker you are, the longer it will take you to get home, John. That's a fact. So those two, that's a fact. Look it up. Man gave birth to a baby. That's a fact. Look it up, John. So, open container. I say least favorite alcohol open container. Also, you know what? Fuck that. Blood alcohol level needs to be lower. Because we're getting so low now. It used to be like 0.25. It's like, you could be shithouse. It was like, it was like 0.09 for a long time, which is basically like 0.1. Right. 0.10, which is like, that's pretty good, man. That's just like a good little healthy buzz. Like, yeah, if you can't handle your buzz, yeah. And there's like, well, people can't handle buzz. Man, you ruined it for the rest of us. So that's my third one. Open container, drunk in public. Give me 0.07. Give me 0.08. Work with me.
Okay. I'm working with you. In California, your home state, where can you buy all forms of booze? In what locations can you buy all forms of booze?
Oh, John, it's a goddamn virtual wonderland out here. Anywhere that has a liquor license. So you can go to the grocery store, get all your booze, wine, liquor, beer. You can go to your 7-Eleven, you can get wine, liquor, beer. You can go to your liquor store, get wine, liquor, beer. What days of the week? All of the days of the week. Until when, John? Until 2 a.m., John. They then, CVS, a small little weird chain like Rite Aid, open it. They're open 24 hours. They stop selling at 2. You can start buying again at 6. Like, all right, we've got to make this half pint last for the next 4 hours. We can be back here, boys. A lot of planning goes on, John. Lots of planning.
Do you know how many places you have to go to get beer, wine, and liquor in places like Pennsylvania, states like Pennsylvania?
3, John. 3. Oh. And that is why I don't associate with wine drinkers as a rule. I'm going to say that because you have fucking such a great selection of wine, or trying to be a sommelier. And like, I'm trying to be a sommelier. I'm the captain now, John. I'm the captain.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. Have you ever experienced a dry county or any liquor law rushing you to a state border?
There was one in Colorado. I went to go visit Donnie just after back when we were in college, like the year. It was a year you left. It was the year. No, it was no. You were still there because I was in college still. So it was the year you were there, and Donnie moved to Colorado, and I went with him. But they had a drive. It was dry on Sundays, so we had to drive across county line to go get booze, and then drive back. And it's like everything else that is happening in this house. I'm like, we have to take the action to go get alcohol. Like everything else is happening here that is just being brought to us. This seems very upside down to me. Very upside down.
Well, on that note, this is a bonus one, and this is a fantasy. My boy Pete, if you were able to time travel and go back to the era of Prohibition in the United States, what would you do during Prohibition? Like, what part would you play in it all?
Ooh, John, that's a good question. That's a real good question. Because part of me wants to be a distiller. It's like my shit's the best. Like nobody goes blind unless I want them to go blind, right? You have all that power. But part of me wants to be the speakeasy owner who owns like the dry cleaning service. Like, oh, Mrs. Johnson, come on back here. Here's your ticket. Oh, step right back.
Right. Step into this dryer.
Right. But part of me, John, wants to be running the booze and taking collections and making the money and making a nut so I can support my family into the future, John. You know, like all great Americans did there.
The precursor to NASCAR, right? All the stock cars come from the booze runners.
Exactly. You know, if those Duke boys better start flapping their arms real hard unless they can grow some wings. We'll be right back after these messages.
Right on. White lightning. Get some white lightning. A little Mountain Dew. Hit that packet.
Yeah,
Let's go to our segment.
Holy guacamole. Ed Sheeran and Jesus on a podcast? Amazing.
I don't know, John. I didn't see it, but now that everyone's been saying it every week, like I see it and I feel like this could be a thing. Like we can make this a thing where like, I know Jesus, right? And I'm pretty sure you know Ed. So if we can get them together, John.
Hey, Jesus and Ed Sheeran are very popular with the younger generation, so we're right in. We're in like Flint.
I love acoustic whiny songs and singing. And, no.
Hanging with my homies, thieves and whores. I'm sorry, sex workers.
Whoa. Fishermen, tax collectors, and strippers, John. We're all strippers.
We're all strippers down here.
Exactly. Giddy up, buddy.
And this is actually the perfect time to take a quick break because my boy Pete, I am echoing. So you know what to do. My boy Pete's taking a quick timeout, and while he's doing that, I'm going to hit this quick message.
Woo! Shoot it all over me, Jesus! Wait, hold on. I came in for the wrong part of that.
No, you came in for the perfect part because everything's still echoing. So this is all going to be edited out anyway. Go completely out of the whole thing and come right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, Stereo loves to mess with us, and we have found that
It's going
when
to be
one
edited
person
out,
is
but
echoing
not on
or multiple
YouTube.
people are
This is
echoing,
fucking
that
live, bitches.
means the person who isn't echoing needs to exit out of the app, come right back in, and that usually fixes the problem. We've never had it where it still is happening when he comes back, so this is a first. Let's find out if it works now. Hey, buddy.
Hey, pal.
Fuck.
No, yeah, it's still
Do
happening.
you want to try to get out?
Yep. So I'm gonna make you an admin.
Oh, I wasn't an admin before. What? You don't fucking trust me? That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Echo. All right, folks. Here's the deal. John talks about what's wrong with the podcast. I talk about what's right with it. Folks, a lot of things happen in a lot of places, a lot of times. It could be the multiverse. It could be just the cocktails talking. But I'm just saying some things happen for a reason. I think these are the reasons we celebrate the seasons. The seasons of the two-sided pod every Tuesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Ain't that right, John? Because you're still on the YouTube lives. They can still see you and hear you on that. That's what the two-sided is all about. How they squawk and squalor,
That's right.
fight and faller. Let's see what happens now. What about now?
What about now?
What about now?
What about now?
You're the one with the problem.
I am the one with the problem. Let's see. Okay.
Do you hear an
Okay, I think
echo?
we're good. Echo. No, I do not hear an echo. Great.
Okay, then you're fine. So it was you. So we did this twice because you decided this is how things work, and you fucking spoke expeditiously and quite extemporaneously to all of the fans, the foundation, all the people here. You know what happens if one person can hear and the other can't, and the other person has to get out? But also the times is John does it, so Pete gets out and I stay here and everything is cool. But oh no, no, there's no echo now after I left. Oh, so okay. Anyway, folks, let's start the fucking show again because this is going to be edited out. John, it's a live show. Do you understand how editing and live work? Wow.
Hey, give me the star, and let's do a shot, and let's get to our first segment.
Yeah, great. We'll fucking give you the star. I'll give you a fucking fresh one. You goddamn ginger. All right, I'm ready. Let's rock and roll. Here you go. Cheers. Hey, everybody.
Cheers.
You're welcome for listening. Bing, bing, bing.
Welcome to listening. Cow. That's right. We're going to talk about America's blue laws.
Blue laws. Blue laws. Come on. Get the fucking blue laws. John, I don't even know what that means, but I feel like it needs a theme song. The blue laws. Sometimes there's crime so bad, the laws are broken. They're not black, they're blue. Blue laws.
Wait, you don't know the term?
No, John. I don't lie to you. One thing, I tell the truth all the time. You know that about me. I may not be that smart, John. I may not be that willing to learn, John. I may be stuck in my ways. I may be a little aggressive when I'm put upon. I may lash out when I am asked questions. I may be pushy, shovey, bitey in small spaces. I can be known to kick and headbutt in my sleep or in my sleeping cars, John. But one thing I am not is versed in the colors of laws. John, I don't see color. I just see laws that I'm going to break. So tell me about your blue laws.
Well, my boy Pete, blue laws in U.S. history are laws forbidding certain secular activities on Sunday.
And these are laws in the books. These are not laws God's laws. These are man's laws.
These are based off of God's laws from the Puritans, but these are man's laws. These are laws that historically and still are on the books, like that Colorado dry on Sunday.
Right.
That's a blue law.
Okay, that's a blue law. So it's not like, oh, someone's going to fucking arrest me for being covetous. Like, oh, I was super covetous and they slapped me with a $50 misdemeanor for fucking looking in my neighbor's window at the TV and coveting. I swear it was just a TV in the window. That's why. Shh, John didn't even see that was coming out. Anyway, so let's talk blue laws, baby. Let's see what happens.
Well, so the name may derive from Samuel A. Peters' General History of Connecticut from 1781, which purported a list of stiff Sabbath regulations at New Haven, Connecticut. The work was printed on blue paper, but more probable is that it was based on 18th century usage of the word blue, meaning rigidly moral in a disparaging sense.
I'm glad you used the word Sabbath, John, because this is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Let's write some laws and fuck people who want to drink.
For America, these really come from the Puritans get religious freedom, escaping England, Plymouth Rock, all that stuff. So the strictest in Puritan Bible-oriented communities, blue laws usually forbade regular work on Sundays, plus any buying, selling, traveling, public entertainment, or sports.
Well, that's, understandable, because I don't want to sell anything that's bought or sold. I don't want to buy anything that's sold or bought, or market anything that's sold, bought. Kickboxing, John, it's a sport of the future. That's what I'm really into. So I get it. They made laws about that.
So here's an example. When baseball was first organized in the United States, the first organizing league decided to follow the blue law of no entertainment on Sundays and no booze on Sundays. So an entirely different league was created by heathens to allow games to be played on Sundays and for alcohol to be sold and consumed at said games, because, that's what baseball is really all about.
Yeah, and the thing is, John, if you're saying like, oh, no, you can't drink on this day, isn't that a lifestyle choice? Isn't that it's this day, we can go and murder and do it. Don't murder on this day. You can drink. Don't drink on this day. You can fornicate. Don't fornicate on this day. Only baseball. Baseball on this day. Only pure attend baseball.
Yeah. In 1917, the New York Giants and Cincinnati Reds played the first Sunday Major League Baseball game on Polo grounds. The managers of both teams were arrested for violating the blue laws.
I hope they were hammered. And had to go to the drum thing like, sobered up around like 2 a.m. What happened, man? Did we get the last at bats? Or... Way to go, boys. Way to get a lot of hustle out there. Fucking steel is on.
So Sunday games did become legal in New York 2 years later, but the bar on Sunday liquor sales became an all-out ban during Prohibition. Blue laws were a huge foundation of the Prohibition movement, of temperance.
Bunch of sheep, man. Bunch of goddamn fucking sheep. Everyone, someone does it. Oh, 3 are running that way. Let's, we're all going to go that. No. Like, I'm not saying be the last one, right? But definitely don't be the first one. Oh, there's these. Be the reason for a movement. No, it's not safe. Let someone else take that fall. Don't buy fucking PlayStation or Xbox One. Buy it when it comes out. Buy it 5 months later after they've fixed the bugs. Don't be on the bad.
Don't be the beta. Man. Right. Don't beta test.
Yeah, don't beta test. I would say in this situation, be a beta. Don't be an alpha and take the beta test.
Right. So by the
You know,
end of the colonial,
I'm just going to let you know we have grocery stores out here, had grocery stores out here named Alpha Beta. Super great.
really, why'd they
Yeah.
go under?
Because they couldn't figure out the management style. They were chewing each other up and just dominating and recoiling. It was a very, very hard board meeting, John.
The managers were all betas, the employees were all alphas, and it just didn't work.
Didn't work. They ate some of the managers. It was crazy.
So this was originally designed to enforce the Christian Sabbath, but by the end of the colonial era, laws that banned everyday activities, housework, and travel, those kind of things, were largely lifted. But blue laws remained to prevent Sunday work and limit alcohol consumption to this day.
All right. I've used because you can now move it over to the blue laws with no work on Sundays. I'm a big fan of making the joke. Anytime you get prescribed drugs, they're like, oh, take 1 to 2 every 4 to 6 hours. Don't drive a car. Don't operate any heavy machinery. I love to make the joke. I'm like, well, I got to take a piss. I'm not supposed to operate heavy machinery. Does anyone want to come help me out here? It's the doctor's orders. It could be, well, it's Sunday. I can't do it myself. Let's get a heathen to do it. I don't know, John. Is there something there? I don't know. We'll work it out in post.
Okay, so this is an actual quote from a 1695 colonial New York blue law. Quote, "Be it therefore enacted that there shall be no traveling, servile laboring and working, shooting, fishing, sporting, playing, horse racing, hunting, or frequenting of tippling houses, or the use of any other unlawful exercises or pastimes by any of the inhabitants or sojourners within this province, or by any of their slaves or servants on the Lord's day," end quote. Yeah, that was a Lord's Day quote that ended with that horrible thing.
All right. No, they're trying to include everyone, John. Don't be all weird about it. There's like, we're saying it to you people, but also you people.
The punishment for these offenses were a fine of 6 shillings or 3 hours in stocks. But some colonies had even stiffer blue laws. If somebody broke Virginia's Sunday restriction 3 times, they faced the death penalty.
It's great, John. You just breezed over the best part. Apparently, you don't know how to game the system, John. When the blue laws came into effect, my sex life took a whole new turn. What I would do, I'd wait till Sundays. I would masturbate furiously in the town square. They would say, "Oh no, thou hast committed a sin," and they would put me in the stocks for 6 hours. It was so glorious. Every Sunday, masturbation in the town square, stocks in the 6 hours, and then I got to go home for the week and recover and replenish. That's how Gatorade was invented. John, is this how Gatorade was invented? Oh my God, is it?
You figured it out. That's right.
It's what
the stocks crave. So Captain John Kemble was arrested and put in stocks for 2 hours for kissing his wife on Sunday that he returned home from 3 years at sea. He got home. Right, he's like, "Hey, wife, mwah!" 2 hours in the stocks.
Though, but where? Like, was it the town square and what part of her body?
It was Boston.
Very specific. Oh, it was Boston, and where? Like, was it on the veranda? Was it in the back of a Volkswagen? Was it in the nether regions? Those are great. Thank you. Fuck her up, Buttercup. All right, fair enough.
In 1789, President George Washington was on his way from Connecticut to attend church in New York, and he was charged with a blue law violation for unnecessarily walking or riding on Sunday.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and give that one a pass, because if you're going from one state to another to go to church, man, there's some motives involved, and you need to be put in irons. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. Come on.
New York, one of the blue law states, had regulations against Sunday activities for the next century because of the upstate, largely Protestant Republican lawmakers supporting these laws. But it didn't make any sense for the Jewish and Catholic residents of New York City. So the sale of liquor on Sundays was prohibited, and both professional and amateur baseball games were against the law. But then the 1890s came, and people started fighting out against it. There was a deep resentment against these blue laws in the city of New York.
Yeah, fucking New York. Of course, they're going to resent anything. Hey, I'm Blue Lion here. What is this all about? Like, it's. I'll be honest, John. I have. I've been looking up a lot of New York things in the last week. After you and Jules decided to go on your whirlwind vacation.
You're a glutton for punishment.
You have no idea, John. John, you have no idea. I wrote things down that I was going to yell at you about. Like, yell at John about Rouse, about Rudy's Bar and Grill. Yell at John about what was your bar? What was the bar you went to? Because Rudy's, I found Rudy's.
Yeah.
It's by. Is that the one in Times Square?
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
you,
free
dude.
hot dog.
Yeah, every drink you get is a hot dog, and they haven't raised their prices
Yeah.
in like 25 years. Like, that's some bullshit. Fuck you for hot dogs. Should we eat or should we drink? We can do both at Rudy's.
For the same price, for one price.
Horrible.
Twofers.
Boo.
So the temperance movement latched onto these blue laws and focused on alcohol. But since the original purpose of the blue laws was based on Christianity, they started to get challenges in the courts during the 1960s. Ultimately, the Supreme Court decided Sunday laws were permissible, constitutional, but they should be set at the state level. Chief Justice Earl Warren, in his opinion, held that the laws were permissible under the state's police powers to regulate in interest of public health, safety, welfare, and morals. Yeah.
Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that. Here's the deal, John. Fuck all that. Laws and what is they're trying to say we can and can't do. Fuck all that. Recreational marijuana just got legalized in Minnesota the day after they came to a tent sale and confiscated like 30 plants because they were selling unbudded. They were not even male or female yet. Like, yeah, you can know if you really had the thing, but they had no pods. They had nothing. So it's just a plant. No, we can't. We're just doing what our chief says. And the officer's like, hey man, I'm just following orders. Like, you shouldn't say that. And you're on. It makes me so upset. It makes me so upset, John. This is why when like this is the law. This is the law that people say. Like, I don't believe it's like it should be the law that people say. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's all think about it. Let's all fucking figure out how we're gonna deal with shit, right?
Yeah.
We are equal opportunist peoples. We understand. Do we not understand? We totally understand. My partner in crime's here. Give me 1 second. Boom. Live on YouTube.
Woo!
Oh, there you go. Anyway, so we got my partner here who's helped me move that body with my heart out at 10:15. So
we got to keep going. All right. So the short version. Some blue laws today. Texas. Sunday laws ban the sale of liquor anything more than 4% alcohol, which means Coors and Bud Light. Coors Light and Bud Light are good, but Coors and Budweiser, no good because they are 5%. Liquor stores have to be closed. And if it falls on a holiday, then liquor stores must remain closed the next Monday. So they're closed 2 days on holidays on Sundays. And this is across the board. Mississippi is one of the last places to release prohibition in general. They tried and voted on having alcohol legal and taxable in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And then 66, they're like, we can have alcohol in Mississippi, but you all have to vote on it. And also Sunday is no good. And most counties voted to still remain dry. up until 2021, when it finally became a not dry state.
But you look at that's the thing. There's across the U.S. If you're looking just specifically the U.S., like you can look at how quickly things are going to be adopted, how slow they are going to react, or how quickly they will to be reacting to a specific threat, as they call it. So as far as the blue laws of alcohol and those, the carryovers, it's the same ones who are, there's no recreational or medical marijuana. There's no medical cocaine. There's no sister wives. It's like, no, there are sister wives. I get them all backwards. But it's a whole thing, John. You can see, you can pick and choose of where these problems are going to happen, because it's the actual place that it is, and the messaging that's going out to those people. And because I promise you 100%, anyone listening right now, anyone listening anywhere, your news is different than mine. 100%. You turn on the news, like even my Fox is different than your Fox. My CNN is different than your CNN, as far as your local channels, your regional channels. And it's catered to the region, which is crazy, right? Can't they go live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern? Can't they just yell to the entire nation, John? Can't they? Don't they? Don't they want to? Fanta.
Something I did not know going into the research of this one is restricting motor vehicle sales is one of the most common remaining blue laws by states. There are 10 states that do not allow you to buy a car or motor vehicle on Sundays, sometimes even Saturdays, which is in the case of Texas. If it's a Jewish car lot, it's Saturday. If it's a Christian car lot, it's Sunday.
But you know that the 10-day waiting list, if the 10 days falls on a Saturday or Sunday, which it always does, both of those are removed. So it's an 8-day waiting list because of the blue laws. Look it up. That's a fact.
Speaking of the waiting list, hunting bans are still another common blue law. Connecticut, Maine, Pennsylvania, and many counties in West Virginia prohibit hunting on Sundays.
No sister fucking on Sundays, man. Not here in West Virginia. We're God-fearing folks. Sorry to all my fans in West Virginia, but you know what you've done.
This is something that I moved to New York with these still on the books. New York State, you could not buy alcohol anywhere from a restaurant or bar or a liquor store before noon on Sunday until 2016.
Boo.
Right?
I'm an alcoholic on the go. I get to work at 8 a.m. I need 2 cocktails in me and at least 3 in the bag. Come on. Boo. I mean, I'm not me. In that scenario, I was a Wall Street businessman on the way to work. And that was my inner monologue. Boo. Thank you, folks.
And a blue law that lasted in New York State even longer was banning residents of New York State from selling a shave or a haircut on Sundays.
Or 2 bits. No 2 bits for anyone. You get a shave, you get a haircut, or 2 bits, you are fucked in the eyes of the Lord and the state of New York.
I told you that one. Bop. That one lasted after 2016. My boy Pete, when do you think that law was finally repealed? No shaves or haircuts on Sunday.
No, it still hasn't been. Everyone who's doing it is doing it illegally now, and that's where your good drug hands come from. Final answer.
If it was 3 years ago, I would have said, of course. But in 2021, New York then Governor Andrew Cuomo officially took it off the books, calling it an archaic and meaningless piece of legislation that makes little to no sense in the 21st century.
Yeah, no, see, that opens up a whole new avenue, though, John. It's not just blue laws, because there's so many. There's books that were written on little coffee table books on the silly laws from state to state that are still on the books. That like, you can't take a bath with your duck, like shit like that. Like, wait, what? And you look at things like that, it's because someone did it, and then someone was offended enough to take it to a court. Like, no, man, you can't bathe with a duck. I like my ducks dirty. And one duck owner.
Do not hitch your horse to a state municipal building. Municipal building.
You heard it here first. This municipal building hates horses. Folks, what has the horse population ever done to this goddamn municipal building? We're going to get those answers and more at our 7 o'clock broadcast. Back to you, John.
That's blue laws in a nutshell.
Or horrible. I'm blue laws. I'm in a nutshell. John, I don't like them. I don't think they should not exist. Like, truly, there's the certain things that should be struck down 100%. Anyone who's been convicted of bootlegging or marijuana convictions or offenses of possession, all of that needs to be expunged now. Yeah, all of the blue laws, that needs to go to. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, okay, we're past that. We're past that. All right, but if a woman raises her voice on Sunday, then she can't vote the next election. Let's get all of that stupid shit out of the way. Just say no. Move on, John. Let's focus on the good laws.
Well, it's just a very direct sign of our Puritan origins. Microbreweries, craft beers, home brewing was illegal until Carter finally got rid of that post-prohibition.
Right. Well, no, he was Carter was an interesting president, but we're not going down that road. But craft brews, microbrews, yeah. It's the same thing. Like, tons of people I knew grew weed in their backyard, in their closet, in their spare room. And like, yeah, it's all illegal, but once it gets normalized, oh, it's like 10 years, 20 years, like, oh yeah, it's the thing. Like, yeah, it's illegal, but
right.
That's how it is. It's the same thing. It's like, yeah, of course, that's why craft brews came out so quickly. Of like, oh yeah, anyone could brew beer. I'm like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's actually not. I'm like, this is not a fucking microbrew. We're not sponsored by any microbrews because I hate IPAs with a passion. So no, that's not us.
Right, but you do at least advocate for the ability to do it, right? Because otherwise it's just a big time Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch conglomerates that are taking over, right?
100%. The same thing as the weed dispensaries, man. If you're these ones that are legal, they're like, the things they're giving to dispensaries are shit. Like, of what every time I go and try and get flour from a dispensary, like, and I've only done it a few times, and it's not good.
Right.
It's not good. Like, comparatively to what you get from the block, it is not good. Like, but the people who you're getting from can't get the money together to become legal, so they're doing like, yeah, I'm pushing the same weight, but I can't get the sponsorship or the card to endorse me.
That's the unfortunate thing about California's law of that is it really focuses on the big ones. It focuses on the Anheuser-Busch's of weed dispensary.
Bro, it was so fucked up when it got legalized in California. There was like 4 or 5 counties that were LA County, San Bernardino County, what's the county in Palm Springs, Riverside County. There was like 4 counties out there, like from LA moving back east, and the people who were giving the go ahead, saying, "Yep, this is where you can have this many dispensaries in this zip code. The people who were on the board were holding the land options for like 3 or 4 of those tickets. So as they voted in only this many, they held. It's only 4, they held 3. It's only 1, they held 1. Like it was like, what the fuck? Remember when we played Monopoly? We learned what monopolies were. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But our taxes here are ridiculous. It's like 25%. It's something stupid. I don't know. It's fuck all that shit. That's why laws are meant to be understood, meant to be seen. But everything's bendable, John. If you can circumvent anything and still maintain and still not hurt anyone, and just like
That's it right there. So many of these people are self-interest and they don't care about hurting the little man. Be it the Puritans, be it the congressman or the city council that you're talking about. All of it is self-interest that hurts others.
Right.
But if you can circumnavigate the system while getting yours, but not hurting anyone else.
100%. 100%. That's the thing, man. And that I feel like everyone can get behind, because we are a capitalist society. Like, fucking go get your goddamn money.
Right.
Get your fucking paycheck. Get that scratch. But if you're not able to do that when someone's putting the thumb on you, you got to get out from under that and figure out a way. But don't do it at the someone else's expense. Right. Don't step on people to get there. Like, if you're hurting, if you're competitive for business, if you're in the same market, like, by all means, fuck with people. But don't step on people. Don't.
Sure, that's friendly competition. That's friendly competition. Right.
Right. It's like the two-sided pod. It's like, here's 2 hosts. They both want their own show. They both see how this can relate to CD sales, touring gigs, fucking children network shows. Oprah was interested in our own magazine spinoffs. But don't hurt each other. You know what I mean, John? You know what I mean. You get it.
Hey, we're getting a little distracted. I know we got a hard out. Hard out. So let's do a shot to most blue laws getting off the books.
All right,
and to the rest of them coming soon.
Hard out. Be warned are you by me, says I. None shall pass after we drink this eye. Yar. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bink.
Pop that quick packet and keep on going.
Giddy up, Buttercup.
The foundation and
this guy.
salute this guy. Dynamic dissolve power.
What up, my man?
John L. Peacock, Esquire. Modern day Renaissance man. Solid, consistent. Your aim is true. And my boy Pete.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. A resonance. The ability to pivot and adapt and adjust and
Topic.
See the stupid for what it is.
Thank you.
Blessings to you.
My man.
Do whatever you want.
My man, Doug. Fuck, John. There are certain times, like when Dub calls me out, I'm like, man, fuck this guy. But 99% of the time, I'm like, God damn it, he is so good. He's eloquent. He's very, he's silver tongued. This one, loquacious is the word. The word of the day is loquacious. Fuck yeah, Dub. So good to hear, brother. So fucking excited to talk to you. Glad you're here. Yeah, did you know that blue laws were repealed? Anyway, we're going to do a shot to you because fuck those blue laws. And we're going to continue on with the next little bit. So John, pour a shot as you introduce your next little get to go, baby boy.
All we're doing is the next lightning round.
Lightning round! It's time to get down. Come on. Yeah! still on? I'm sorry. My boy Pete cued me. He said, cut. And I didn't know what to do. So, are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. Let's do a shot, lightning round guy, and you can go.
All right, let's do a shot. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, lightning round guy. Well, this lightning round is one of your favorite and mine. That's right. It's movie summaries and reviews. Movie summaries and reviews, where I give my boy Pete real titles from real movies, and he tells us a summary and a review, and you get to say whether he's actually seen it or not. Just so you know, for those who are hearing this segment for the first time, my boy Pete has seen most movies. He's never lost this segment.
Here's the deal, folks. I've done very few things good in my life. But the things I've done good, I've done very good. Some may even go as far as say I've done them well. But movies are something you cannot take away from me. That and inane fucking references to songs. However, let's focus on this, John. I dare you to play. Let's get it.
My boy Pete, the first movie you're going to talk about is, I mean, this is a classic from 1987, Clean and Sober. 1987 is clean.
Okay, so the great thing about changing of laws, changing of ideas, the 80s were a beautiful time, John. Clean and Sober, if you did a movie today, it's like, no. You can't do it. Is a comedy about a guy, and it's a really funny comedy, who a guy is trying to clean up his act, get back on the police force, get back with his wife, and just be clean and sober, but he can't do it. It's almost like the Mr. Bean of drugs and alcohol. John, it's bow, bow, it's that level of debauchery, but cast so well. What's his face? He was in fucking Navy SEALs. He was the commander in Navy SEALs from Charlie Sheen, and fucking third baseman for fuck. Let's leave before he puts something else on the glass. The guy who says that. Him. Yeah, it's a good movie, but it doesn't hold up well. It is not something you should watch. Clean and Sober, 87. Funny, but in the 80s funny.
It was what was it? Porky's? Porky's?
Right. Porky's, Revenge of the Nerds. Meatballs. All of those good, like, yeah, oh, no. Have I been broken? No, I just had my eyes open that things are bad when you do those things to people. Those aren't people. Those are, no.
House. Okay, second movie. Another 1987 classic, and a little bit more gritty, Barfly. Can you tell us about Barfly?
Oof. Barfly is a rough one. It's the chick who, what is her name? Now she has short fucking bob cut, but she is a barfly and hooks up with people randomly, hooks up with a guy who does a drug deal that goes bad, and then is now on the run and is nobody and nothing. It was almost like Running Scared. It was almost like not Running Scared. Running Scared was with Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal. Out of Bounds, where the guy sees too much and they start coming after his wife and kid, and the whole thing of getting out of that way. So it was good, but it was very specifically late 80s, early 90s. It's like bam, 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 bam. Lots of, oh no, like people who got no, I would say watch it if you're into that, like Out of Bounds, Running Scared, anything that involves like the underdog on the gotcha, underdog coming up and then getting back at the man. Like, yeah, you did that, and then they have we don't see part 2 when they all kill you.
Right.
Sorry.
So that was Barflight.
Barflight.
Let's get out of the 80s and into the 90s with a classic movie, Leaving Las Vegas, 1995. Leaving Las Vegas.
John, Leaving Las Vegas is anyone who truly understands Las Vegas needs to see Leaving Las Vegas. And if you haven't seen it and you don't like it, you don't understand it, then you don't understand Las Vegas, where it is, oh, you like gritty underbelly? Like, oh, no, you don't, because it gets grittier, and it gets, what's the next day like? And what's the next day like? And what's the next day like? So it was an interesting take on the human condition, where you get to the end of the rope and how it works when you can't go any further. Your need to fulfill something that you can't put your finger on, to stop the void from being empty, to whatever you need to pour into yourself, whatever you need to ingest, whatever you need to do is that thing. And I feel like it was a very good commentary on the human condition, that, oh my God, I'm not that bad, but we all pour things into holes. He said pour things into holes. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, however you get through the night, you know what I mean? Like, we all have coping mechanisms. And
good pivot there.
Leaving
Because you were real.
John, I'm back into it. Let me finish my... Right now, if you subscribe and you come up to the altar of the two-sided, John, you ruined the altar call. I was going to get at least 17 people to move to the compound with us in New Mexico. John, this is all bullshit. You ruined everything.
Well, speaking of ruining everything, our final movie is a very recent one. This one I haven't seen of all the rest, but I know you have, my boy Pete. It's Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets. That 2020 soon-to-be classic, Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets.
Yeah, you haven't seen it. If you are explaining it with soon-to-be classic, John, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. 3 bags full of no, sir. A guy who is out on it with a night with his friends, meets a girl. She leaves. He gets mugged. Can't find his friends. And it's almost like 21 cigarettes. 21 gun salute. 101 cigarettes. Fucking 48 cigarettes.
Coffee and cigarettes? 200 cigarettes?
No. What is it? Nope, here's the deal. I drop a pack of toothpicks on the floor. I'm like, all right, 1.20 when. No. Easy there. Charlie about it. No, John.
200 cigarettes.
I'm flat. There we go. 200 cigarettes. It's like that. Where here's the good guy with the bad guy and what he's doing to get through, to get away. Like, no, it's not good. I don't recommend it. It's not soon to be a classic, John. That's why I haven't seen it. That's why you know nothing about nothing. Do these eyes lie? Look at these eyes.
Einstein's. Anyway, we have a bonus question for my boy Pete. My boy Pete, there is a common theme of these movies, and I know you know it, but let me go through the movies one more time. That's Clean and Sober, Barfly, Leaving Las Vegas, and Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets. What is the common theme that runs throughout these movies?
I'm sorry, I was reading our YouTube comments and they were aggressive. I literally heard nothing you said. Sorry, John, can you do that? You said the through line?
The through line of these movies, there is a through line, a connection. Yep. And I'm going to run through them one more time, and you let me know. Clean and Sober, Barfly, Leaving Las Vegas, and Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets. What is the through line of these?
Aggressive alcohol consumption, John.
Well, that's obvious. Everyone knew that you knew that, so we don't even need to ask people. But let's get these messages and get to our last segment because we have a hard out.
Holy shit. People needed to know that because I didn't have to know that. Now you belittled me, John. Here's the deal. You ding me once, shame on you. You ding me twice, shame on me.
I've been allowed 9 million job interviews, $52,000 in debt, and I got this chip. God knows what we got going next month.
I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket.
One, Charlie, you won.
Oh, my friend!
I feel like he's inserting voices that we know into different game show things. Like, I feel like I knew. John, is he fucking with me? Am I in the multiverse?
I understand what you're saying. I appreciate your concern.
See? I know that voice.
Make you uncomfortable. Please serve me today, and I'll never come in here again. If I do, you can 86 me. Stop fucking with me!
John, is that the voicemail I left for you? Is this an intervention? Fuck you, guys. Is this an intervention Thursdays for Two-Sided Pod, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern? That's 4 a.m. Greenwich Sandwich time on Fridays. If this is an intervention, if you're a cop, you gotta let me know. That's law. All right, I got one more message, and then you're gonna have to tell the truth.
Ding, ding, ding. I mean, I don't like to correct you, John Albeagle, but I think that there was one time that I did beat my boy Pete. But let's not mention it because he doesn't like losing. I think that of the films, Clean and Sober, yes, I reckon he's seen it. Barfly, yes, I think he's seen it. Leaving Las Vegas, yes, he's definitely seen it. Bloody Nose, Empty. What was it?
Empty pockets.
Bloody Nose, Empty Pocket. No, I don't think he has seen that. That's my guess.
So, John, Jules, number one,
Clean and Sober.
Gave you some shade, right? First off, yeah.
Yes, but she also explained why I might be bending the truth a little bit because my boy Pete does not like
John. Hey, bud. We're talking facts right now. It's about you, not about me. It's about you, right? So, number one, she shined a light on your negativity. Thanks, Jules. I truly appreciate that. I'm going to send you a nice fruit bouquet. What hotel are you staying in New York? Do you like honeydew? Yes, I do, but we cantaloupe. Shut your goddamn mouth. I got things to say, John. Is there anyone? Oh no, it's just her. She's the only one guessed. No one else guessed. John, do you want to hear the answer?
Well, yes. So at this point, any messages that come in after this will be played after the official episode is over in our green room. And let's tally the votes. We got three first, second, and third movie, all yeses. And the fourth movie, couldn't even remember the name, Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets of 2020. She said you hadn't seen that. So, Clean and Sober, 1987. My boy Pete, have you seen that movie?
Nope.
Well, that's one. Come on. Michael Keaton, never mind. Barfly, 1987.
Nope.
Bukowski, bro. It's freaking Mickey Rourke and Faye Dunaway. Anyway.
I know.
When you were talking about it, I was like, wow. I had a hard time biting my lip on that one, bro.
No. The whole thing, because I can tell you why Barfly, because you wouldn't shut the fuck up about Barfly in college. And I was very angry at you, like, fuck John. Like, that was one of the things, like, I don't watch these movies. I don't listen to these songs. I don't fuck with this shit because John said it, because Henry said it, because Wes said it, because Q said it. Fuck these motherfuckers in these specific situations. Nobody dictates to me how I fucking roll. I'm the king of dirt. I say we film now. That was a paraphrase. John knows what I'm talking about.
Next one, Leaving Las Vegas. My boy Pete, have you seen Leaving Las Vegas?
Way too many times, John. It's a little too, because I love Ali Sheedy. Goddamn. Fucking goddamn. Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah.
Her and the fucking chick from Never Ending Story, the princess. Bastian, say my name. As a kid, I was like, oh, I don't know what's happening, but these two people in my life, I want to marry and I want to live forever with them. And like, I'm still good with her. She was in Vice Principals, season 2. And she was amazing, John. She played herself as a nurse. Like, he found her. Oh my God, but I'm a nurse. Like, you need to come talk to the kids. Come on. That's not my thing. Come on. And gets her, like, it's amazing. She plays herself, like, that I'm not anymore. That, John, I was like, so what hospital do you work at? Can I get injured in that town? Or what is happening? Yeah, bro. Next.
And of course, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, whatever, man. Fucking, it's no Renfield, I'll tell you that much. Go ahead.
And finally, Bloody Nose, Empty Pockets. I repeat, have you seen that movie?
John, no, I have not. So, of these movies, I've seen one. Turns out, Jules got one right. I got the rest right. Nope, Jules got Leaving Las Vegas and Bloody Nose, Bloody Purses.
Right.
I got 3. She got 2. Oh shit, John! Did I break the machine? Did I win again? Am I the big winner, John?
That's right, my boy Pete. You are the big wiener. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. See, and Joey knew it was all about Mickey Rourke in Barfly. He knew all about that. He's gonna,
for my friends.
He's gonna. Anyone out there, fucking Joey, amazing graphic artist, amazing. When we do eventually put our shit out, that John has now clarified behind my back.
When we start season 2, right? Yeah, when we start season 2.
Right. When we start season 2, we're gonna have the logos, the attachments to our good buddy Joey, who is an amazing graphic artist. Who his real, like, I have to move a body with Griff at 10:15. I will have to move 5 bodies with Joey to make up for how good he's done us. So it's a small price to pay for the smiting of one's enemies.
And as you're saying, we have to move on. But before we do, shout out to Joey, but also shout out to Dub, because what he was doing was he was playing clips from every single one of those movies.
Yep.
That was
I
pretty
know.
awesome.
That was awesome.
Cheers.
Oh, we're drinking again. This is not going to end well in post. Cheers.
You're welcome for listening. Because we're going to end this episode with the history of arcades.
Hold on, John. I'm going to go on a sobriety strike in solidarity with the writers and those hotel guys and fucking arcades, John. Ain't that right?
I think so.
I don't know, man. What's a few bodies between friends, John?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, folks. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. We are the Two-Sided Pod. We're here every one of those times I said previously. If you play this in reverse, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Yep.
Yeah, for Paul instead. It's very. I got nothing, John. Like, you got to go.
Yeah, we do have to go because you got that heart out. So long before the home console, which many under 25 may not know life without it, a PlayStation or an Xbox in their house. Long before that, there was the arcade. Arcade games drove the popularity of video games for decades. Even after Nintendo Entertainment System was released in '83, a significant turning point for console gaming, arcades cabinets remained a driving force in the gaming industry.
So much. You want to plow through this one quick, John? Oh, here's the deal. Griff, we're going to remove that body at a later date, maybe tomorrow. Number one, fuck those kids if they don't understand arcades. Right, John?
Right.
Yeah, that's goddamn right. Here's the deal. I remember Nintendo. That came out, Super Mario. Fuck your mouth. That's a cap. Here's the deal, John. Zelda.
The Final Fantasy.
No, just keep going.
All right. So before arcades, there were amusement halls. An amusement hall was similar to an arcade. It was a place where people could get together, spend money on coin-operated machines, and have a good time. But they were around before arcade games. So they had two major draws, slot machines and pinball. Now, slot machines did not last long because in amusement halls because of the gambling laws at the time. But pinball machines, on the other hand, became massively popular. We've done a whole segment on pinballs and how they became illegal, but for a while they were the craze. They were the thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Pinball, everybody loves them. Everybody sees them. Yeah, you're right.
In '62, the first arcade game or precursor was created by Steve Russell, and it was called Space War! Exclamation mark. This was a simple game, but it inspired others very quickly to make something slightly more. This started the snowball rolling.
Oh, right, but that was the first one published. Steve made a previous game called Space Wars with a question mark. And it was, he saw the potential, but it wasn't powerful enough. He went back to the drawing board. These bits shall not defeat me, he said. 8-bit, I dare you.
Yes, no. At the same time of others trying to create a new space war, Nolan Bushnell, a lapsed Mormon from Utah, and Ted Dabney worked to with Syzygy Engineering on a coin-operated version of Space War that they called Computer Space. This became the first commercial arcade game ever. Computer Space.
All right. I'm gonna take a stab at this, John. I don't remember his name, but I believe he was a lapsed Mormon. So you had to throw that in there. So he had Mormon ideals. He came from the veil of unconsciousness, John. So I don't believe in computers, but I believe in the veil of unconsciousness. My name is Steve, and I feel like we can get more kids to put more quarters in these shits. That's the truth.
Well, these two created Atari, and Atari, the following year, after the commercial not success of their first game, released Pong, which was a super success over computer space. And it brought the idea of arcade gaming to a broader audience. Pong was it, baby.
So, no, it was so great. It was so hard. Because it came out in what year? Like 70, 79, 81, like something early.
The 70s, it's why do you keep on asking these questions?
Well, as you look that up,
71. 71.
Holy shit. Okay. 71. I fast forward to my cousin. It's like 1984, 85. My cousin has an Atari 6400. Like, this is fucking amazing. We were playing Zork on his fucking computer before that. And then got to 84. Like, what the fuck? This is amazing. In my dad's office, he was a lawyer I think he just got a house he used the front part of it as an office. The back was like, here's his research room, his library, and then the other one's a playroom for the kids. And so we're just like, we just hang out and watch TV, and black and white TV, because that's the TV he had. And then he got a fucking Atari with the Pong. So I would play Pong as a fucking. I was young enough, John. Hear me out. Here's a little story. Here's a little tidbit. I'm going to share this, right? You could edit this out. Yeah. Doesn't matter. The kids' room went right to my dad's full office with the fucking giant desk and the thing, whatever. Trying to be that guy. We were fucking. I came out like 5 years old, 4 years old. Like, no, I was like 14. Okay. I was 4 years old, 3 years old, I was 4. I was young enough that I would take my pants down to pee when I go pee. Right. So young enough, and then I picked up a fucking curtain rod. I'm swinging it around. That's awesome. I'm going to show my dad. And I just open the door, and I come in. Dad, look. I'm a naked kid swinging a fucking curtain rod around, and he's with a client. My mom,
a young 14-year-old.
Yeah, I was 27. Right? We should have put him in a home. Anyway, John, what I want to let you know is I have very good skills at swinging. I could be a drum major. I can.
You could hoist your own petard. Right.
That went off the rails quick.
Well, Pong was so successful as an arcade game that Sears and Roebuck began exclusively selling it as that console. And that became the first console. And that's another reason why Pong revolutionized arcades and video games. And then in 78, Teato released Space Invaders, which changed arcades forever. It was a smash hit. Shoot 'em up genre of ushering what would be known as the golden age of arcade games.
Hell yeah, man. Shoot 'em up. That's fantastic. That's how, if you could, like, and the button response was so great on that console. Like, it's literally how fast you can push it until you get the power up where you just hold it. Like, look at me. I'm lazy as fuck. If you get your own shit, John, it's over. It's over.
So there's a mention of the Atari 2600, but we don't have time, and you had that story, and that story is better than the mention. So in 1980s, Pac-Man, the most successful video arcade game of all time, was
John,
released
I
by
just want you to
Midway in
know
the United States.
when you pass something up, you never talk about it again. You just literally, John, we're almost there. So what happened with Pac-Man, John?
It created Pac-Man Fever, which sold more than 1 million copies. Reference the top-selling single of 1982 was Survivor's Eye of the Tiger, and certified platinum with a sale of 2 million copies that year.
Wait, I missed that. It could be the alcohol or my lack of understanding, but I don't know how you tied together Pac-Man and Eye of the Tiger.
So that year of 1982, Pac-Man Fever was a song that sold more than 1 million copies, and the top-selling single of that same year was Eye of the Tiger with 2 million. So it sold half of Eye of the Tiger. Pac-Man Fever. We all know that song, right? Pac-Man Fever.
Right. No, I'm thinking Taylor Swift. Eye of the Tiger. Something that's up. Have you ever heard of a plastic bag like a ginger roll floating in the wind? I don't know, John. I don't know the words. I bet
my jam of those early ones was Asteroids. This was 1979, and Donkey Kong was another revolutionary game.
Donkey Kong was amazing. Asteroids was too much. Like, I gotta go left and right and shoot. Like, I would end up just like spinning, like just hitting the hard right button. Like, That's how it always died. I was not good at all the input coming at me.
Loved it.
That's how all the hostages get wounded if I have the gun at the end of the scene. Allegedly.
So arcade enthusiasm started to wane in the late 80s, but we were introduced to competitive fighting games in early 1991 when Capcom introduced Street Fighter II to the world.
Oh my God.
That
was such a
revived
great game. Go.
the arcades in general and just revolutionized everything.
Actively fuck you for doing this one on the one I have to go hard out on. I could do 20 minutes on just Street Fighter. John, could we do a show on Street Fighter? Can we do a 20-minute segment on Hadouken?
Yes.
Can a brother get a hyper uppercut? Jesus.
Well, Raul M. Bison. Raul we'll talk about that later. There you go.
You're talking about the movie M. Bison. Yes, he played it in the movie. John, you can't fuck with me on video games and how they come through to movies. I will stop you at the pass. I'll give you questions. I'll give you answers. John, I am nothing if not a problem solver. Allegedly.
Well, Street Fighter II created an explosion. Mortal Kombat was another fight 'em up. Other ones that didn't live so long: King of Fighters, Virtua Fighter, Killer Instinct. But then they introduced, after this big revitalization, there was another decline by the mid 90s, and many arcades went out of business, and many establishments, aside from malls, almost completely removed their arcade cabinets.
Yeah, 100%. Virtua Fighter. You got 5 crazy minutes. That was from a weird console, Dreamcast. Super good from Sega. Super good. You guys, if you want to fuck with some video games, I'm down, but I don't have time right now. Allegedly, I have a hard out, body moving date coming in hot. Sorry, Joe.
There seems to be another revitalization of arcade games with 4D gaming, virtual reality, augmented reality, and taking the place into arcades like David Buster's, right? And so as virtual reality technology advances, it expected that newer arcade games will start incorporating that into the games. However, due to its price and limited accessibility, this may still be a ways off. But it seems that arcade gaming has a bright future ahead of it because of the nostalgia and what it can become. So that's arcades in a nutshell.
I love you, Tom. Yeah, I hate you like actively so much that you chose this one. Like, I don't want him to talk. This could be a 17 hour. This could be like we have to do it in 5 segments. So like, literally, like as Joey is saying, barricades, fucking. Or if we're talking our console game, John, I have a heart out. Here's the fuck you, Gauntlet. Elevator action, John. Don't get me started.
Mrs. Pac-Man is my jam.
Yeah, it's like what she wears. Is that weird? Doesn't matter. Here's the deal, John. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your research. I know you are taking one step back as I take 2 steps forward. But somehow it fucking works, bro. Good on you.
Pour yourself a shot, as I say. The sources for this episode of Two Sided have been first segment, gettips.com, the First Amendment Encyclopedia, Gotham Gazette, Britannica, Newsweek, Clarion, Ledger, and MississippiEncyclopedia.org. Second segment, Betson.com, The Verge, VocalZone.com, At the Pier Arcade.com, that's a fun one, Arcades Australia, and PrimetimeAmusements.com. PrimetimeAmusements.com.
Amusements. John, my resources have been pulled from my life, and I just feel like it's a little more substantial than yours. Not the life, the research. Your life is good, bro. Like you got some fucking. I'm amazed at how a ginger can come this far. I truly.
Oh, I'm still alive.
100%. But I'm letting you know, in my research, I did none of the things you did. I used only what I have, and I feel like I'm better than you. So there's that.
Well, cheers to you, brother. Hey, before we go, my boy Pete, is there anything from this episode you'd like to take a second glance at, a second look, a second thought, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Damn it, John. No, there is. Here's the deal. Like, it makes me, every time you say this, every time you go through it, especially, it's right after what our resources are, or our
sources.
No, it's our resources. I have a guy that gives me copper. I have a family that gives me wood. It's oak, John. It has a good smoke rate. John, I'm trying to live off the grid. You don't even know. Okay, fuck you, sources. John, I feel like you're going to make me do work to be funnier, and I don't like that. I'm going to have to write things out and have a, let me run through some funny things in a hot second. Like, now I'm doing a script. This is bullshit. I'm not John L. Peacock. I'm my boy Pete. And that's what I feel like I need to retract.
I do not think you know what you think you know.
That's
you
how
know what
retract
means, right?
Oh, that's like a bunch of houses. Like you get a whole development, and then you get an HOA, a whole retractment of houses. Hey, that right now. Cheers.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Hey, you're welcome for listening.
Yeah, pal.
And thank you for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday at a usual start time. So if you want to join us or want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com.
Because we only take suggestions from the email. Ain't that right, John?
That's right, buddy. And for those listening live on the stereo app, stick around in this room for a continued chat in the green room right now for after show wind down. Pete's going to stay on long enough to let me back in, and we'll go from there. That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, and I've never looked better.
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts, and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, handle @2sidedpod, all one word, and the stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. All right, buddy, we did it. Love you, Pete.
All right, pal. We're making good time. We're going to beat the ambulances all the way to the scene of the crash. It's going to be great. Ambulance. Nope, we're never going to make it.